Hi, this is Asa, and welcome to my audio experience. The body can get sick. It can also get well. It's about lifestyle. It's about the choices that we make every single day, because the choices we make every single day, they really do matter. It comes down to lifestyle. I mean, our choices, the foods that we eat, the air we breathe, the water we drink, the exercise we get or don't get, all that matters. And it makes a huge impact in our overall health. I mean, 80 to 85% of the root cause of all disease, not some of them, all disease, is rooted in our lifestyle choices. So what we do today is sowing into our health for tomorrow. And we reap what we sow. And it's powerful and it's true. But the good news is, even if we make some really, really bad choices and dumb choices and maybe not go in the right direction with our health, and we're frustrated and we just really want to get it back, you can feel like all is lost, feel like you're hopeless. It's not true. Many times the body can come back if we make new choices. So start eating healthier meals, exercising more, cutting down on the stress or managing the stress better, finding ways to do that, cope and deal with it can make a huge impact. 888-283-7272. Give us a call or go to the website. We're here for you each and every day, this show, to empower you, to help you, to equip you. It is the key of our show, to be able to help you with all that you have going on with your health. That's what we're here for. Let's go to the phones, talk to Lily. Hi, Lily.
Yes, I'm just looking for a really good vitamin for energy. I'm basically pretty healthy, but just feel like I need a little bit more energy.
Well, I mean, obviously, go to our website. I believe we have the best multivitamin on the market. And you've got to also know what your body needs. So there's the foundational 4. There's 2 options for that. So organic supplements, you want them at the highest grade quality with organic whole food ingredients. That's number 1. And a good whole food multivitamin gives you a little bit of everything that you need. Okay. And, multivitamin, multimineral, very powerful. We have one called Multi-Balance. You go to the website, it's there. But also a good enzyme. Digestive enzymes help us to break our foods down. Most people, after we get into our 30s, 40s, and 50s, and the quality of the food, remember, our soil is not what it used to be. So if we don't have the enzymes and are naturally occurring in our fruits and vegetables, and remember, only 1.5% of Americans are eating fruits and vegetables in the first place. Okay, so getting the nutrition that we need to be able to break down the foods effectively, that's important too. So digestive enzymes, you get that at our store as well. And of course, it can break your foods down. And instead of maybe utilizing 15 to 20% of what you eat out of a piece of chicken, you may get 80 or 90% out of it. And remember, here's the rule of thumb. We're only as healthy as the food we can digest, absorb, and assimilate, and eliminate. So if elimination's not good, that's another story. But it's important. So digestive enzymes help us to get more out of what we're eating. And then probiotics, that's your 3rd of the foundational 4. All right. Probiotics put the good bacteria back in the digestive tract, give us everything that we need for a strong immune system, good elimination, good assimilation. That's what we find in the probiotic. And then fish oil. All right. I like cod liver oil. It's one of my favorites. What I take every single day, have for years. And I like it in the oil form. A tablespoon a day for adults, teaspoon for kids, and it's based on their weight. And we've got an entire chart for that there at the website. But you want to always focus on what your body needs. And these are the 4 that we don't get out of our food supply. Okay? You'd have to eat a ton of salmon or tilapia to get the amount of omega-3s that your body actually needs. Not like 2 servings a week, which is typically recommended for fish. So we need more of that. And it's proven that kids, when they take omega-3 fats, that they have a stronger IQ, they have a better cognitive ability, they're smarter. It's been shown in studies. The DHA component of the omega-3 is extremely powerful and extremely important. So something to think about when you're looking at supplements. It's not just one all. And we also have a powder that we put together that is everything in one. So all 4 of the supplements in one. It's called Daily Meal Complete, and it's at the website. You can find it there. Very simple. So it's basically 4 supplements in 1 scoop for a day. It gives you multivitamin, multimineral, enzymes, probiotics, and your omega-3s. You get it in 1 scoop a day, put a little water, almond milk with it, and you're good to go. So it's important. Quality matters. And we don't get everything we need out of our food, even if you're eating an anti-inflammatory diet, even if you're eating in a way to be able to, you feel like you're getting a good variety, as they say, and you're getting 4 to 5 servings of fruits and vegetables every single day. Even if you're doing all of that, you're still not getting everything you need. We just don't get it. So we have to supplement. I'm a big fan, obviously, It's something I've been doing for 20 years of my life. So I believe in it, and that's why we have high-quality products available to you as well. So go to the website. You can find it there. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Lines are open with questions about your health. American Pharmacy Company, if you haven't heard about them, go to AmericanPharmacyCompany.com. But American Pharmacy Company, they're an all-natural pharmacy. They have products that can send you. Their pharmacists actually make them on site. Natural creams that help with migraine headaches, neuropathy. If you know anybody that struggles with something like that, have them get in touch with AmericanPharmacyCompany.com. The great thing is, it, for the most part, is free, costs no money, because they take Medicare, Medicaid, they take all the different insurances. Pretty amazing. Check them out, AmericanPharmacyCompany.com. They're a great company. Wichita Fall, Kansas, we got an email that came in. I really wanted to start a great workout routine. I'm thinking about joining a gym. I've never worked out regularly before. How many days a week and what should I do? That's a long question, all right? But I'll give you kind of the basics when it comes to exercise. If you've never done anything before, the fact that you've made a decision to do it is a big deal, all right? So kudos for that. So you've made a decision, you want to get healthy, you want to get fit, which I think exercise is an extremely important ingredient to the health equation, all right, to the health recipe, if you will. So eating the right kind of food is important. Exercise is important too. So here's what you do. Find a trainer. I think it's important to get a personal trainer and work with them for a period of time. Don't read a book or get on the internet and watch an exercise video and think you've got it figured out. Injury is high probability when you start working out with weights or you start trying to do some high intensity workouts. Good to have someone that knows what they're doing and get someone to teach you. Even if it's for 3 or 4 workouts till you get the basics down, then maybe you can start out on your own. But I would start that way. So weight training, I really do like. I think you build good, lean muscle tissue, which helps to burn extra body fat. But if you want to start with walking, I would start with walking. And you start with 10 to 15 minutes a day, 5 days a week, doing whatever. Walk around the neighborhood, get on a treadmill, get on a stationary bike if you want to ride a bike. But get moving for 10 to 15 minutes a day, 5 days a week. Make the commitment, do it for a month, and then reevaluate and start adding things in at that point. So it's not about how hard you go, although it will eventually be important. It's about the consistency first, because most people will start and they get burned out and they quit. So the key is with exercise to find something you enjoy, like racquetball, or maybe it's swimming. But you want to get involved in something and get regular with it. Then you can start stacking some other activities on top of that. It's the consistency that is key in all of that, all right? Especially for maintaining your high level of fitness. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. We're here for you every single day to empower your health and your life. Coming up, we'll jump in. I've got some tips for you that deal with diabetes when we come back. Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today.
To find out more, connect with On Call Radio online at InShapeNetwork.com.
Struggle with diabetes? If you do, there's some things you can do, okay? You don't have to be stuck. And that's one of the number one health challenges diabetes is, where if you can lifestyle your way in, many times you can lifestyle your way out. You don't have to be stuck. And so you can really come up with some great tools and ways to thrive and not just be stuck in diabetes and feel like you're just never going to get out. I mean, all it is the pancreas beginning to wear down. And is that a big deal? Yes, it's a big deal. But it also doesn't mean you have to stay there. It doesn't mean that you can't make an impact, start eating healthier, drop some weight, exercise, get your pancreas working better. It can happen. All right. People with type 2 diabetes, they say, have access to the best equipment now. Got your little monitors and things that they use. Really, really good tools if you've been diagnosed. But you want to understand a couple things. These are important, especially if you're using your monitor that your doctor's given you and you're looking at your blood sugar and you're wondering why it might change and fluctuate throughout the day. You want to understand how different foods affect your blood glucose levels. Like there's what's called a glycemic index. And you want to understand what that means. I like staying with foods because these are all carbohydrates. Okay, so like bread, pasta, cereal, fruits, vegetables, potatoes, and it ranks them from 0 to 100. You really want to keep your carbohydrates at least 50 or under. I really like 40 or under for the most part. And if you do that, you'll maintain. That means that the lower number, your blood sugar doesn't spike that much. When you eat, say, an apple, it doesn't rise that much. But when you eat a white bread, okay, if you eat Wonder Bread, it's going to go through the roof. Or if you eat sugar, it's going to go up to like 80, okay? Not good. That's what creates diabetes, and that's what causes your body to eventually break down. You eat donuts and bagels and cereal and all that all day long, and your blood sugar is constantly going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and then finally he's like, I can't do this anymore, okay? So it gets kind of worn out, and that's what we have to be careful with. So I just want to encourage you to look at that. It's one of the big keys with diabetes is understanding the right kind of carbohydrates and eating them multiple times throughout the day. Don't eat at 8 in the morning and not eat again until 1 p.m. You can't do that. You should be eating a small snack around 10 a.m., then eat around 12 or 1 for lunch, eat again around 3 or 4 in the afternoon, a snack, eat dinner, and then I think for people with diabetes, you should eat before you go to bed. And believe it or not, if you eat the right kind of foods, you won't gain weight, you'll lose weight by doing that. And it's a great example of something to eat before you go to bed to stabilize blood sugar to help lean muscle tissue is a good lean quality protein. That's important. And so you'd want to do something like a couple of hard-boiled eggs and maybe a little few of almonds. So healthy fats like almonds, walnuts, cashews, avocados, those kind of things, and proteins, chicken, fish, beef, eggs, protein powder, whatever you want to do. But something like that together before you go to bed stabilizes blood sugar, helps to maintain lean muscle tissue, helps to burn body fat. Okay? Pretty simple when you're looking at that. You want to make all your choices, again, around stabilizing insulin. So what happens is that if you eat a bagel or some kind of high glycemic index food, right? We're talking about GI index of foods, high versus low. When you eat a bunch of sugar, processed food, that it makes the blood sugar go up. It sends more insulin from the pancreas, it's a hormone, to bring the blood sugar back down. And you want to focus on foods that don't require your body to send out a lot of insulin. That's the low glycemic index carbohydrates. Look up glycemicindex.com and understand the different values between those. When you do that, you'll make a big difference. Now, don't also, depending on what your doctor's told you, I'm not a big fan of testing your blood sugar all day long. I think it can become like an OCD kind of behavior. It's constantly looking at it. When you really got to step back and say, okay, I really need to take an evaluation on this and say, okay, what do I need to do? I need to figure this out. And I need to eat better. I need to just be consistent, know that my body's going to respond, check it periodically so you don't freak out, and then get your blood testing done with your physician at the requested time. And then look at the victories that way. That's a better way to do it. My opinion, that is. Because a lot of times, especially people that have just been diagnosed, are checking it all the time. And if you'll just get on a good lifestyle plan and follow it, that's what's going to make the big difference. 888-283-7272. Check us out on the web. Hey, if you haven't found a lifestyle provider in your area, we have lifestyle providers that believe the same way we do. All this nutrition and lifestyle-based care we talk about, they kind of take you by the hand and take you from where you are in your current state of health to where you need to be. And it's what it comes down to. We have to make better choices. And our lifestyle providers can really dig in, figure out with lab work exactly where your body chemistry is, understand what areas are weak, what areas are strong, get to the root cause of what's happening, and understanding that. But more importantly is coming up with a game plan, a lifestyle plan of how to eat, how to exercise, when to do it, what's the right time to do it, how to drop the pounds, how to strip belly fat specifically, spot specific. I mean, can you not? All those questions that you just, when you leave the doctor, you're kind of like, okay, well, now what? Okay, they said they eat better and exercise and lose some weight. And you're like, okay, so how do I do that? And you get on the internet and you start looking and your mind feels like it's going to explode because it's like you're reading Japanese and you never read it before. Am I talking to you? Because I hear that all the time. The reality is you need a coach. You need someone that can take you by the hand, that can walk you through these kind of things. That's what we do. And so you can check that out. Our lifestyle providers, we've got team members we're growing all around the country that can help you, and they can take you to that next level with your health and with your life, so you don't always have to feel helpless and feel like you're never going to get there. Because guess what? You can. The body regenerates every single day. So each day old cells die off, new cells form, and we get a brand new body every so often. So every 90 to 120 days, the old cells are dying off, new cells are forming. So based on the choices we're making every single day, that determines kind of body and the kind of health we're going to have. Easy, simple. You're like, no, it's not. It's not that easy. It is easy. Health is easy. Our discipline is not. Understanding what to do is 20% of it. 80% of it is behavior. So we got to get behavior right. We get your behavior and your thinking right, then you can begin to thrive in your health. That's what this show's about. It's about thriving, not just surviving. 888-283-7272. We'll be right back. Are you ready to chow? It's time for Keto Chow. When it comes to eating healthy, the keto diet has become one of the nutrition leaders in optimizing health, losing unwanted weight, and reaching your health and wellness goals. No extravagant cooking, no long kitchen cleanup, and most importantly, especially for me, it's convenient. Just put quality Keto Chow powder in a bottle, add some heavy whipping cream or your favorite fat, a little water, and boom, shake it up and you're ready to chow. Keto Chow tastes amazing. So make Keto Chow easy for you and your family today with Keto Chow. Let's go chow. Visit Keto Chow online at ketochow.xyz. That's ketochow.xyz.
To find out more, visit the show online, InShapeNetwork.com.
American Pharmacy Company, they are bringing your email. Now, listen, social media is really big for us, so we'd love for you to jump in with Twitter, with Facebook, if you haven't joined in, Instagram, and even some new social media outlets coming up with Periscope and those. If you haven't checked us out there, go check us out. And we'd love to connect with you, answer questions, whatever we can do to help. That's what we're here for. And our new app is out. Go to the App Store, and you can find On Call Radio. The app is there and can help you along the way. That is what this show is about. It's about encouraging you, equipping you to be ready with your health. We had an email came in, AmericanPharmacyCompany.com. If you haven't checked them out, they're a natural pharmacy. They have incredible natural solutions. I mean, these guys, their pharmacists actually put them together themselves, natural ingredients for migraine headaches, neuropathy, sexual dysfunction. For men and women, they have something for that. It blows my mind, the products that they're producing to be able to help people. Just go to AmericanPharmacyCompany.com. And the great news about it, it's typically costs no money. It's typically free because you got insurance. And they're Medicare approved, all that sort of thing. You need to check these guys out, AmericanPharmacyCompany.com. All right, we had Daniel in Jacksonville, Florida says, this might seem like a strange question, but is there an easy way to clean out your ears? Well, Daniel, I'll tell you, there's one way you don't want to do it. Just stick a bunch of Q-tips in there and hope for the best. Because many times, depending on how impacted it is, you can make it worse, or you could even go through and puncture an eardrum. So you got to be really, really careful. Most physicians can irrigate, and depending if there's a lot of strong wax buildup in there, they can put a little system together to clear things out. That's what I would do. I would encourage you to kind of look into that and find someone to help you in that way. You know, your physician can typically do it. Nurse practitioner can. PA, whatever is at your local primary care office is a great way to go. Now, there's some home self-irrigation kits that you can do if it's just very light wax buildup, and that's a good one too. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. If you haven't signed up for the newsletter, go to the website, check it out. You sign up for our newsletter, and it's a great tool. We send them out a couple times a week just to give you some quick tips to encourage you and empower you and help you go to that next level. Go to the phones to Elizabeth now. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi, I'm calling for a friend. He's a 76-year-old male He's got an enlarged prostate and a PSI of 6, frequent urination, and it gets worse of evening and night. When he starts to bathe, he's up and down a lot. He was taking a saw palmetto complex. It had zinc and pumpkin seed oil in it, and he took it for about 3 months. It made him a whole lot worse, and he wants to know, he read that taking cranberry capsules would help.
Well, here's the thing. If it depends on his overall lifestyle, and I'd have to see more numbers. The PSA number is a good number. If it's doubled in a year, then that's of a really strong concern. Now, here's the deal too. Looking at his testosterone numbers is going to be important. Someone needs to take a look at that, whether if it's his physician or a lifestyle specialist. Someone needs to look at his overall picture and see that, because he may just be having an issue with testosterone converting in the wrong way to DHT. And when you convert into DHT, that can create some of the issues that he's noticing right now. And that's something I would look at and have someone take a look at it, at least at the values and the numbers. That's important. Now, like you mentioned, that the saw palmetto, pumpkin seed oil, and also beta-sitosterol is another one. Avocados are really, really helpful for prostate issues, and zinc. If your zinc levels are low as a male, then it's almost a guarantee you're going to have some kind of prostate issue, because the prostate thrives on zinc. And if you don't get enough of it, which we typically don't in our diet, then you can start getting low. Your testosterone production gets out of whack. You're not making it in the right way. So that's something to look at, something to look into. So I would definitely have him look into those different supplementation. You said it made him worse, but I have to look at his diet too, and his eating habits. If he's eating junk and drinking the wrong kind of thing, he's not drinking plenty of water and all that, and not getting any exercise, and just takes a supplement and gets worse, it's probably his lifestyle that's making him worse, not the supplement, because the ingredients in those supplements are not going to make the prostate worse. Those are made and proven to at least support or be supportive of the prostate. Now, the cranberry capsules can be helpful, but they're more for the urinary tract than anything else. I mean, they don't have a lot of stability and strength as far as just completely supporting overall prostate health. But for the urinary tract, very, very good. Okay, 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Food of the hour, we're talking about ginger. A lot of great benefits of ginger. If you've never used it before, you really, I mean, even if you have nothing going on with your health, as far as you're healthy, everything's good, it's such a great tea, and it's such a great root to add to your foods because of the medicinal qualities of it. It's just amazing. So it eliminates intestinal gas. It cuts down on inflammation. It's got strong anti-inflammatory effects. A lot of gastrointestinal relief. That's why ginger is always used with women for morning sickness. And due to its success in eliminating the GI distress, which is offered by a lot of the double-blind studies. Matter of fact, one study, ginger was far superior to Dramamine for motion sickness. So you get on a boat and you start shaking, and of course, you get a little of seasickness. They said that ginger can really help. They did a big double-blind study with it and found that it was extremely beneficial. Now, it's got a lot of help and relief for nausea and also for vomiting during pregnancy. So, of course, we talked about that. And in the recent Journal of the Obstetrics and Gynecology, they talked about how ginger is effective at high levels of severity of nausea and vomiting during pregnancy. It provided a great relief for this. Now, anti-inflammatory effects as well. Ginger contains a very potent anti-inflammatory compound called gingerols. And it's a substance that's shown to explain why people with osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis experiences a lot of reductions in their pain and improvements in their mobility when they consume ginger regularly. Matter of fact, a lot of people will take the ginger root, slice it up, boil it, and make a tea out of it, and it becomes extremely powerful. Now, the arthritis-related problems with aging knees, too, regularly spicing up meals with fresh ginger can help. So a new study published in a recent issue of the Osteoarthritis Cartilage said in a 12-month study that 29 patients with painful arthritis in the knee, they went about this, and they looked at it over a period of about 12 years. In this, they found that there were strong improvements in those that used ginger on a regular basis. So it wasn't just a placebo effect. I mean, it really was strong results that they received. So it works its magic with these gingerols that it has in it, and it's actually called 6-gingerol. And again, a bunch of fancy words and terms. Bottom line is, you want to cut down inflammation, ginger's a great way to go. They've got it in capsule form, make it in a tea form. My favorite is slice it up, put it in a tea. And here's another one I think that's really amazing. So it's fight against cancer. Anytime we find a food that can help fight against cancer, we get excited. And there was a meeting at the American Association for Cancer, and it was presented that ginger extracts have been shown to have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory and anti-tumor effects on cells. They said that they used a solution containing 5% gingerol on a number of different ovarian cancer cells, and the exposure of ginger caused cell death in the ovarian cancer cells, which is very promising. Now, they just focused in this one area, but the fact that they even found that is pretty amazing. Check us out on the web. We're here to be able to help you, to be able to encourage you, to empower your health, empower your life. I've written a book that is all about that. You can check it out online and Barnes & Noble and all the different bookstores to really be able to take you from where you are in your current health to where you need to be. It's about lifestyle. So our lifestyle is our medicine in so many different ways. Why? I say that because 80 to 85%, this was written up by the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, 80 to 85% of the root cause of all disease has to do with our lifestyle. So our lifestyle becomes so strong in a way that we really can begin to thrive if we change it. So the foods we eat, the air we breathe, the water we drink, the exercise we get, the rest, stress management, all of that, it matters. And if we can manage that in the right way, then we can begin to thrive with our health. You can't just sit back and do nothing, eat what you want, do what you want, and then hope you're going to have great health and live to be 100. Not going to happen. It has to be planned out, it has to be strategic, and your stress levels will play a big role in that as well. A lot of immune boosting action too with ginger, which I really like. So it's got a strong component in it. And of course, they've isolated a gene responsible for the compound in ginger and how it affects our immune system called dermacidin. And it's manufactured by the body's sweat glands, secreted into the sweat and transported in the skin surface when it needs it. So if you get the bacteria on your skin like E. coli or staph or fungus, then the body recognizes that and will actually send dermacidin out into the skin and actually knock it out. Pretty amazing. I mean, our body is equipped and it has what it needs to be able to be effective for our immune system for just about every aspect of our body. I mean, the way God designed the body, in my opinion, is amazing. The great physician definitely knew what he was doing when he put it all together. Fat loss and weight loss. Are there tips and tricks? Well, there's some natural ways to do that. And coming up next, I'm going to talk about some of those tips. 888-283-7272. If you haven't checked out our lifestyle providers, go to the website. We've got somebody in your area that can give you the help that you need. Lifestyle is our best medicine. It is. That's simple. So if you made some really, really bad choices to now, guess what? I've got good news. You can make some new ones. Know that you can listen to the Asa Rx audio experience on Spotify and Pandora. For all the ways to watch and listen, check out our show page at asarx.com/experience. I'll tell you, step one foods, there are certain foods that have been developed by cardiologists to help lower cholesterol, lower blood pressure. They taste great. They're all natural ingredients, whole food based, and they have bars and things like pancake mix. That I know you're thinking, pancakes, really? Yeah, and it's actually healthy for you. So they have all these different foods that are designed to, I mean, they've done studies on this, and they have seen point after point after point cholesterol dropped into the normal range. I mean, the cardiologist was Mayo Clinic trained and actually said that she'd have helped to co-develop the company just because of her frustration in practice for cardiology. So now there's foods that can directly lower blood pressure and lower cholesterol. It's step1foods.com. You want to check them out. I'm telling you, it is amazing. And I'm a big fan, huge fan of the company. You want to check them out. So if you know anyone that deals with some kind of heart-related condition and they need a simple way to do it, they don't want to use medications all the time, this is a natural way, along with a good eating plan, of course. But you want to they're great snacks in between your meals. I mean, it is something that you use every single day, and it has that therapeutic effect on the body and can literally change the numbers. Hey, if it can change the numbers on lab work, that gets my attention, because that means it's changing body chemistry and creating massive change in the body to improve someone's health. And that's a big deal. Step1foods.com. Check them out. Exercise can blunt a woman's risk for lung cancer and breast cancer. See, exercise is our medicine as well. Get your rear end moving. It's a key. I'm going to go to the phones first and catch Mac. Hi, Mac.
I have a fungus that has appeared in the last 6 to 8 weeks on my lower extremities. Starts out as a small red dot, and then it grows. So the VA gave me some cream to put on it. I want to know what kills a fungus.
Well, it just depends. I mean, if you get a fungus on your skin, typically that fungus comes from the inside out. So you have to tackle things from the gut level first and then build from there. Okay, that's the key. So I would go to your physician, let them double check it, let them check and see exactly what kind it is. And then your eating habits need to be restructured. Okay, somebody's got to help you do that. You want to get in touch with one of our lifestyle coaches, specialist. We can help. But the key is when you come up to an eating plan, you've got to make sure it's anti-inflammatory. You've got to cut out yeast and fungal issues, because remember, candida, which is yeast, builds in our digestive tract. We eat sugar, you eat processed carbohydrates, bread, pasta, cereal, crackers. You eat those kind of foods, and it can make a big difference. It can make this stuff just grow. It can really make it just fester in the area. And we want to do everything you can to get rid of it. And so just like a toenail fungus, so if you looked at, take a toenail fungus for a minute, everybody thinks, well, it's just the toenail. But that was in the body before it got to the toenail. So you have to clean the body out on the inside. That's why wormwood is really good. Black walnut is really good to just be able to support the body and give it what it needs. It's absolutely critical. So you have to follow some kind of regimen and routine like that to make it happen. All right. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Lines are open with questions about your health. Give us a call. And remember, whatever you're struggling with, if the body can get sick, it can also get well. It's about lifestyle now. It's about the choices we make each day. That is the absolute key. And I want to help you. I want to help you get there. Here's the deal. No matter what you've been dealing with, no matter what you struggle with your health, doesn't matter if your doctor told you you had diabetes or arthritis or whatever it is, you can really dig down. You got to dig deep, and you got to realize that you can make it, but at the same time, you can't just sit back and do nothing. You have to jump in and make some really strong decisions. And I get so frustrated because we're in a society of spectators. People don't want to get on the field and be players in the game. But you got to realize that your wife needs you to be a player. Your husband needs you to be a player. Your kids, your grandkids need you to step up. And don't throw in the towel because you've been given some diagnosis. I mean, that's not the time to throw your hands in the air and say, okay, well, they've given me a diagnosis of diabetes. Well, I guess I'll just eat pizza and wings and candy bars and take my medicine because it's all going downhill from here. I hear it all the time. No, it's like this is time to dig your flipping heels into the sand and say no. It's the time where you start eating healthy, exercising when you don't want to, doing the things you don't want to, having some self-discipline. Otherwise, you will lose your health, and you don't have to lose it. You can get it back. That's what we love seeing people on the show do. See it all the time. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Give me a call. Let's go to the phones to Mary. Hi, Mary.
76-year-old woman who just recently got out of the hospital. I've been diagnosed with COPD, one thing, and acute respiratory failure. diastolic congestive heart failure, hypertension, hyperdemia.
Well, you've got several things going on. I mean, here's the deal with hypertension and cholesterol issues. One of the big keys you got to step back and do is just look at your eating habits. That's key number one, okay? Now, the key is follow the anti-inflammatory diet. You can find that on our website, and it's in my book as well. And then look at some of the sections in there I talk about with cholesterol and blood pressure. There's some really strong keys that can help. Puts another hour in the charts. I want to thank our producer, Jay Patrick, engineer John Garrison, and the rest of the team. Go tell one person something you learned on the show. Together, we can transform the health of our friends, our families, and our communities. Make sure you go thrive and don't just survive.
Listen to the Asa Rx audio experience on Spotify and Pandora. For all the ways to watch and listen, check out our show page at asarx.com/experience.
Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today.
This episode is over, but check episode notes for links to products and services you've heard about on this episode. Thanks for listening and subscribing. Please share the Asa Rx audio experience with others and stay in touch by giving us your comment or review.
Hi, this is Asa, and welcome to my audio experience. Welcome to the show that's about you. This is Asa Rx, the show that's about you, your health, and your life. Remember, no matter what you're struggling with, doesn't matter. Diabetes, heart disease, arthritis, fibromyalgia, whatever it is, great or small. If you're freaked out about it, scared about it, remember, if the body can get sick, it can also get well. If you can lifestyle your way into getting sick, then many times you can lifestyle your way out and get well. And that's what this show is all about. It's about teaching you the tools and the principles and the ways just to live a healthier lifestyle, because it really does come down to the choices that you make every single day. Look, here's what you have to realize. Maybe you've already realized this. No one's going to take responsibility for your health but you. Like, your mom won't, your grandma won't, your kids, your family members, your coworkers, your loved ones. No one's going to take responsibility for your health but you. But the good news is that you can really thrive. You can move into a place where you can not be the same that you were yesterday. Remember, the body regenerates every single day. So each day, old cells are dying off, new cells are forming, and you get a brand new body every several years. Okay, it's different for different systems, but on average, they say 7 years, but really it's every few. That's good news. So it means that the choices that you make now will determine a better body for you later. If you don't like where you are now, great. The good news is you can change it. It happens with people every single day. It happens with weight loss. Look, I see more people that have gained 50 pounds and they lose the 50 pounds. I see skinny guys like me that can actually, do weights and whatever and put on muscle and become a great athlete. It happens every day. Like, you can transform with your own two hands, with the work that you do with your own two hands and the thought process that you have every single day. You can literally transform your life and do anything. On this show, we want to help you get there. On this show, we want to help you do that and make those new choices and make those new commitments and be all you can be and become the best version of you and reach your potential, because you have that on the inside of you. And it doesn't matter if you've been diagnosed with something, if you've got diabetes or they've told you that you have cancer or high blood pressure and you feel like you're stuck. You're not stuck. You're only stuck as far as you want your mind, or you allow your mind to think you're stuck. Okay? If you make new choices today, you can have a better body tomorrow. If you want a free copy of my book, look, right now we're still running the whole special. Go to my website, go to asarx.com, asarx.com, and we'll give you a free copy of my hardback book. It's an international bestseller. All you have to do is cover the shipping and handling. It is like a massive deal. I just had it on my heart over the last year to just give it, and we've cranked it up again, and so we want to give it to as many people as possible. Millions of copies have gone out. And we want you to have that. Okay, so go to asarx.com, get a copy of the book. If you don't get it for you, or if you've got 3 of them, get it for a loved one. Get it for somebody you care about. We don't care. Just get it into people's hands so you can make a difference with their health and with their life. Okay, that's the biggest key. You don't have to be a doctor to help people. Did you know that? You don't have to be a doctor to help people. You don't have to be a doctor to make an impact in somebody's life. Look, one of the biggest fields in healthcare right now that's growing? Over 700 million people want to be a health coach. And they even got other careers that they're in, but they just want to learn how to be a health coach so they can help other people with their health. Maybe it's a loved one or family members or friends or social groups that they're involved in. They just want to help. They just want to have some knowledge that they can go in and take somebody by the hand and help them. Well, guess what? We'll help you do that. Just get in touch with my office, our health coach providers. We've got a whole curriculum to do that we will help you with to become a health coach in your area for the people that you care about, the people that you love. That's a big, big deal. All right, give me a call at the number 888-283-7272 if you want to be part of the show. Let's get on the phones and go with April. Hi, April.
I'm calling because I went to a traditional Chinese medicine, TCM provider, and she told me, based on her analysis, that I had a weak colon, a weak breast, a weak circulation. I mean, she sounded like everything I had was kind of weak, so I was wondering how to get my body strong again and how to get those areas that she mentioned strong again. I'm looking for a provider in Atlanta, Georgia. I live near Atlanta in Georgia. And I just really just found the program today. I remember when my husband and I was traveling around to different hotels on vacation, I ran across this particular program, and I didn't know I even had it on my cable. So when I found out after last night when I did an interview on WATC as a guest, I just thought, I wonder if we have it on our channel, our cable channel. And my husband found it, and I said, yes, we do have it. So I wanted to just learn of a provider that in Atlanta that really wants to be well. I was training for a full marathon, but some things happened, and I want to get back to wellness, complete thriving wellness, as this gentleman
That's great.
done the program.
Yeah, so if the health coach providers, if you just call our office, we have incredible providers all around the country, especially in the Atlanta area, like where you are. We've got health coach providers that can literally take you by the hand and walk through our entire system with you from A to Z. We'll get you involved in Healthy University, which is our online platform where I teach you every single day. And I always say the big thing in our company is just 2 minutes a day. If you can just do 2 minutes a day, it can change your life forever, and it really can. So we encourage you to get involved in that. Healthy University is just a great platform to do that in, and it's so simple. Just again, get in touch with our office. Health coach provider system and Healthy University is a great place to start, because really at the end of the day, learning that is going to be your best tool, right? So if you want to run a marathon, or if you want to do a triathlon, or whatever you want to do, getting your body in that peak state and getting your body in that peak level, whether it's conditioning or nutrition, all of that works together. And you have to have someone. We all need a coach. I mean, at the end of the day, all the greats had coaches. Like Michael Jordan wasn't just out there doing his thing. He had a coach. Not only did he have a head coach for the basketball team, but he had a head coach for his strength and conditioning. I know the guy that did that, Tim Grover. And so, he had a coach for every aspect of his life. So the greats always have people with their eyes on them, watching them, helping them along the way. We all need a coach in life, every single one of us. So I'm glad you reached out for that. It's a really good thing. And for you to go to your next level, our health coach providers will be the best ones to do that. I'm so glad you're with us. This show is about you. It's about your health. It's about your life. My name's Asa. I'm a 3-time physician, one of the only 3-time physicians in the world. And we want to help you. We want to help you go to that next level with your health and with your life. And we'll talk about cardiovascular health, because there's some things that we know, obviously, that are the basics. If you have high blood pressure or you've had a cardiovascular event, whatever that is, right? So whatever has happened in your world that you go to a cardiologist, whether it could have been, mini stroke, or it could have been just high blood pressure or heart attack or whatever it might be. But the reality is that once you've had a cardiac event, once you have some things that are concerning, then you got to make a change, right? And so here's some environmental things that you can do, your lifestyle choices that you can make every single day that can really help. Number one is I want you to build a support system. Build a support system no matter what. You can't be around people that are doing the wrong kind of things, the choices that you can't do, smoking, drinking, eating a bunch of fatty foods. You can't hang with those people all the time and think you're just going to stand out and be great. You can't. You've got to have a support system of people that understand your struggle. And if it's a food addiction, whatever it is, lack of exercise, get with people that love to exercise, right? People that push you to be better and to be a better version of you. So get a good support system of people that are like-minded, that get it, right? You need people that get it in your life. We hang around too many people that don't get it. And let me tell you something. When you hang around people that don't get it, they just don't get it. But anyway, there's no other way to say it. They don't get it. And number two, I want you to focus on your stress triggers. We all have stress triggers. When you have cardiac issues and you got to lower the stress in your body and in your life, look, you've got to avoid the stress triggers. If driving in traffic is a stress trigger, figure out a way to not drive in traffic, okay, if that's even possible. But you've got to figure out what triggers are there. And if it's toxic relationships and toxic people, look, if it's a family member, talk to them, but keep it really short. Don't allow that toxicity to start building up. And if it starts, click, just hang up. That's a great button on this phone. Is like, it's the hang up button. You just cut them off, right? So the other thing is, you want to schedule what I call timeouts. So if you really get going and there's a lot of stress going on in your life and your day, or you're overwhelmed, your schedule is just overproduced, then take a timeout. Schedule a 30-minute block where you shut the phone off, you shut meetings off, and it's just quiet time for you. Maybe it's reading a book. Maybe it's closing your eyes. Maybe it's just resting somewhere and getting away from it all. Taking that time out will take it down a notch. It'll bring you to a better level in your health. And it'll really get you into a better state for good cardiac health. And we're talking about cardiac health right now. So glad you're with us on the show. My name's Asa. I'm a 3-time physician, and this is Asa Rx. And so we're giving you great solutions for your life. We're talking about building a good, if you've had a cardiac issue or if you've got heart-related conditions, you want to, number one, build a good support system. You also want to recognize the stress triggers in your life and avoid them or minimize them, and take time outs. This is where you take little chunks of time, of blocks of time, and shut down anything that would be stressful to you, the phone conversations or meetings or whatever it is, and just decompress. Very important. Now, you also got to find fun in stress-relieving activities. So if you like to play racquetball or you like to exercise, it's a good thing. If you like video gaming and that's your thing, that's cool. But you've got to find something that you got to find fun. I always say, and most therapists will tell you this, is do something fun every single day. Every single day you're alive, you should do something that's fun. All right? We don't do enough things that are fun in our lives. Now, next, you want to also soothe with music. Music is a great form of therapy. Matter of fact, they call it music therapy. Find your great music that you like, but not just the high-strung music. Get some of the lower-key music. Maybe it's jazz or country or Christian worship or whatever your faith is, and worship music, whatever that is. Okay, but find some music that you can get that you enjoy, that can soothe and calm and relax what we call your nervous system, that's what really gets overtaxed anyway. And here's the big one, man. This is the one I want you to take with you no matter what. You don't hear anything else I say, get this. All right? This is the big one. Learn. You ready? Are you ready? Learn to say no. Learn to say no. The greatest leaders, the greatest people that have accomplished the most in this life are amazing. Matter of fact, they say no to 95% of what comes to them. They say no. And they say yes to about 5%. And guess what? Because they've learned what to say yes to. They've learned that the greatest asset they have in their life is their time, not money. And so they've learned to say yes to only the things that matter in their lives. And if you can learn to say no, you'll cut down a lot of stress. You'll cut down the wrong choices. You'll cut down the wrong people. You'll cut down the time suckers. You'll cut down all of that. And guess what? You'll begin to live the life that you were designed to live. And when you've had a lot of stress and you've had any kind of cardiac episode, let me tell you, it's a big deal to understand what to do with stress. So I want to encourage you, if you're working on building up a really strong cardiovascular system, the exercise is good, the nutrition is good, all of that's good, and I want you to do that. Those are all essentials for having that. But the other thing is that you really got to look at is you got some of these steps that I'm talking about. Okay, build a good support system, Recognize your triggers and minimize them, the stress triggers. Schedule timeouts. Take those chunks during the day that you break away from everything. And find fun. Do something fun every single day. Okay, that's number 4. All right, number 5 is I want you to use music for therapy. And number 6, learn to say no. That's the key. Now, give me a call, 888-283-7272. The number is right there. You go to the website, asarx.com. We're here for you every single day. Health coach providers are here for you, whatever. Our whole team wants to see you live your best life. Remember, lifestyle's the medicine, so the choices that you make today can and will determine the kind of health you're going to have. And you don't have to struggle. It doesn't matter what you've been diagnosed with, okay? Just remember that. It doesn't matter what the doctor has said, if they've said diabetes or heart disease or cancer. Just know that the body can get sick. It can also get well. There is hope. Like the best form of medicine that I have seen in all my years of practice and working with patients is hope. Hope is some of the best medicine that anyone could ever have, that anyone could ever get prescribed, that anyone could ever find, that anyone could ever pull up under a rock and find this secret remedy, this plant in the middle of wherever, right? That's this miracle remedy. Better than all of that is hope. Hope is that one thing that if you have it, it can heal your body inside and out, mentally, physically, spiritually. It's one of those things that hope, without hope, I don't think there's much that we can do with health. I think it's one of the foundational factors that we need.
Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today.
No matter what, we are going to walk with you. We're going to march with you every single day so you can reach your best. Look, reaching your potential is the ultimate reason why we're here. I want to see you thrive. I don't want to see you just barely make it. Whenever you get diagnosed with something or you're carrying something or you're stressed out with something, look, the reality is that the body can get sick. It can also get well. Lifestyle is our medicine. Your body has the most amazing ability to heal. You don't have to stay where you are. You don't have to stay stuck where you are. Your body can really get to a place where it can thrive. It can make it. It can get to that next level if you'll let it. And more than anything, if you'll make the right decisions to be able to do that. But no one can take that. No one can do that for you. Like, you have to take responsibility for your health and for your life. And on this show, we're going to help you do that. All right, let's get over to the phones. And by the way, you can give me a call, 888-283-7272. Go to the website, go to asarx.com. That's asarx.com. Let's get on to the phones and go with Wayne. Hi, Wayne.
I'm calling to find out what is good for dry mouth. I don't know. My lips are getting dry and cracked, and I don't know what to do to get it remedy. I put all chapstick, I put bliss sticks, I put all kind of stuff on it, and I don't know what really is going on.
Yeah, so one of the main things you got to look at, and this is really, really important when you've got the dry lips, the cracked lips. Remember, all skin conditions are an inside-out thing, not an outside-in thing. So it's not the more cream and the lotion and things that you put on the lips that are going to heal the cracking. That cracking is coming from the inside out. The body has nutritional deficiencies that we need to correct. The body is not getting something that it needs. And a lot of times what happens is, if it's in certain parts of the mouth, it can be different B vitamins. That's very, very common, okay, especially in people that are vegetarians. So people that struggle with that are in the vegetarians can get these little cracks in the corners of their mouth, and that's just a B12 deficiency. Very easy to correct. But when it's cracking all over the lips, okay, when it's all over, that's usually an omega-3 fatty acid deficiency. Now, there's different fatty acids. There's omega-3, 6, and 9. There's trans fats, which you don't want. And there's monounsaturated fats, saturated fats, polyunsaturated. There's just all kinds. Bottom line is this. Most of the time with cracked lips, it's going to be an omega-3 fatty acid deficiency. Now, there's some blood testing that you can get done to see exactly what your levels are. But most of the time, if you just increase things like cod liver oil, it's one of my favorites. There's a combination fish oil in capsules that we have that are definitely high quality. They don't see, most capsules turn rancid, and that's why I don't like them. Okay, I like the oil itself. When you got dry, cracked lips, you got to have the right kind of fish oil. It's very important. I like cod liver oil the best. It's got vitamin A naturally in it, vitamin D. All of that's naturally occurring in cod liver oil. But a tablespoon a day for adults, even 2 tablespoons a day at different times of the day, very important and can be very beneficial when you're trying to build those fatty acid levels up. In any kind of fish, like tuna, salmon, those kind of fish, eating those on a regular basis. I like eggs. Whole eggs, you're going to get fatty acids out of the egg yolks as well, especially when it's cage free and the farm raised, all of that, not the traditional eggs. I really love the cage free where they're just roaming, right? Pasture raised eggs, they're night and day. If you have a pasture raised egg, not pasteurized, pastured, okay, where they're all running around the pasture, right? Versus like traditional conventional egg, it's like night and day. Like once you do that, you'll never go back. But those kind of fatty acids that get in the egg yolks are amazing. I eat between 6 and 12 eggs every single day, by the way. People ask me that all the time, just curious. And I've got when I say amazing, I've got amazing cholesterol numbers. Amazing. Why is that? Because I know people that eat 15 to 20 eggs a day in other countries, because that's kind of their primary protein source. And they specimen of athletes, right? So, and over 50, a lot of them. So the quality of your food is very important. But when you're talking about fatty acid levels, again, back to the cracked lips, your fatty acid levels are going to be the key. I'd monitor that with your blood work, but from just a nutritional perspective, getting the cod liver oil in every single day is going to be very good. And then also any of the fish, the eggs, and then I'll tell you a really good nut is the walnut. Out of all the nuts like pistachios, almonds, cashews, all of that, the walnut has the highest level of omega-3 fats. So just like 20 pieces of walnut once a day is going to boost your omega-3 fatty acid levels up tremendously. Now, if you don't have a copy of my book, make sure to go to my website, asarx.com. That's asarx.com. And you can get a free copy of my book. Look, it's a hard copy. It's international bestseller. We're just giving it away right now. Totally just giving it to you. Free copy. So go there and get it. And it will teach you everything you need to know about the basics of health from a natural perspective. So if you're trying to figure this whole health thing out and you really don't know where to start, and you don't know what kind of foods to eat, you don't know how to exercise, you don't know anything about what blood tests you should ask your doctor for, all of that, it's in my book. So go to the website, get a free copy of it. Look, all you got to do is cover shipping and handling, and we'll send it to you. Okay? We'll just send the whole thing to you. All right, but thanks for that call. It's really, really great. So glad you're a part of the show. This show's about you. It's about your health. It's about your life. My name's Asa. I'm a 3-time physician. And this is the Asa Rx Experience. We're here for you each and every day, no matter what you're struggling with. Remember, if the body can get sick, it can also get well. Lifestyle is the medicine. All right, we're going to talk about foods that are super, super good for allergies. How many of you struggle with allergies out there? Okay, any allergy people, right? I was a kid that grew up, just full transparency. So I had a milk allergy growing up as a kid. I don't think I've ever told the story. I had a real bad milk allergy as a kid. And so when I got to be in my teens, early teens, I started pounding the milk because I was trying to gain weight as an athlete, because that was like the thing. Milk does the body good, right? And all of a sudden my allergies were going through the roof, and they couldn't figure out why. So I was going and getting allergy shots every week at the pediatrician's office. Nothing was working, okay? And then we had this bright idea, because I was just like, my digestion was all messed up, whatever. I just came off the milk. I had acne, stuff going on. It came off the milk, and guess what? All of that cleared up. I didn't need the shots anymore. The skin got super, super clear. I mean, it was amazing. So something that's so simple, the allergies were triggered by foods. It's not like you just have allergies, okay? I want you to know that you're not just genetic with allergies. There's things you're doing every single day that are causing you to react to the ragweed or the cat dander or whatever, okay? Your body's not just allergic. Like your body's creating excess amount of histamine in the gut based on the proteins that you're eating, the right kind of foods, the wrong kind of foods, regardless. Your body doesn't make enough hydrochloric acid in the stomach to break down the proteins. When that happens, the basophils or the mast cells, I'm going pretty deep right now, The basophils and the mast cells produce histamine. The more histamine you have going on in the gut, the more you react to everything. If you calm down the histamine, you eat the right kind of foods, anti-inflammatory based foods, and you cut all that down, you cut down the histamine, guess what? All of a sudden, now you can eat certain foods. And you're thinking, I'm just allergic. No, you're not allergic. It's because you've been eating the wrong kind of things over and over again. So we've been taking shots and you've been taking, Sudafed, you've been taking decongestants and whatever. Look, today's a brand new day. I got to enlighten you. Okay. So there's foods that really help with allergies. Number one is the anti-inflammatory food list. If you go to the website, asarx.com, you can download it for free. But you want to be eating those foods if you deal with allergies. I mean, number one, that is first and foremost. I'll tell you something else that's really good too, is the ketogenic diet. For people with allergies, if you follow the keto diet, because you're cutting out all the carbohydrates and the sugars, the body's inflammation levels just go down, and people just thrive on the keto diet. I mean, thrive with allergies. And my friends at Keto Chow have made it so easy. So go check them out, KetoChowShake.com. That's KetoChowShake.com. But they have meal replacements, 80 flavors. Forgot what they told me. It was so many. I've had all of them. They're amazing. But it makes doing keto really easy, and it's great if you struggle with allergies, because it makes it where you can eat a couple meals a day, not having to cook all the time, and you can do a few shakes from Keto Chow. It's just a great way to do it. That's what I do. I love it, and I'm a big fan. But go check it out, KetoChowShake.com. So the keto diet's really good if you deal with allergies. Number 3, foods that are rich in magnesium. All right, so magnesium foods are things like kelp, spinach, really, really good. Okay, and then also think about all the nuts and seeds. I mean, cashews are loaded with magnesium. So magnesium is really good. Vitamin E is another one too. They did a study at Michigan State University where they found that high doses of vitamin E lowered allergic response and lowered the overall histamine response in the body. Okay, that's really, really good news. Cold water fish is another one. All right, cold water fish is a big one. And we're talking about foods that can help lower allergies. And I'm so glad you're a part of the show. My name's Asa, by the way. I'm a 3-time physician, and we're here to help you no matter what you're struggling with, great or small, to go to the next level with your health. I want you to be all you can be, and I want you to become the best version of you. Why? Because you've got a potential that you need to reach. You've got a potential that you haven't even scratched the surface yet. And I want you to be able to get there. On this show, in this company, in this team, we want to help you do that. All right, so we're talking about foods that help to lower and reduce allergies. We're talking about the keto diet, how it's just a great eating plan overall to be able to do that. The other thing is Keto Chow Shake. If you go there, they've got meal replacement shakes that you can do keto with that are just phenomenal. All right, that's a great way too. The other thing are foods rich in magnesium. All right, so all your vegetables loaded with magnesium, especially the dark leafy greens, spinach, kale, Swiss chard, cashews are loaded. A lot of the nuts and seeds loaded with magnesium. And then vitamin E. Vitamin E is a big one. Michigan State University did a big study on it, and they said that high levels of vitamin E lower the allergic response in the body. Cold water fish is another one. So your salmon, your tuna, man, those are, and mackerel, those 3 right there will lower allergies like nobody's business. And then fresh fruits and vegetables. You just can't go wrong. Fruits and veggies, not the processed carbohydrates, not your breads and your pastas and your cereals and your crackers. Look, you want to do a lot of dairy and wheat, go ahead and have fun with all that, because if you cut dairy, these 2 things, whenever we're working with people that are struggling with any kind of digestive related issue, we take them off of dairy and wheat products first. Not that they're bad, not that you can't eat those ever, but when you come off of those for a period of time, the body just works a whole lot better, especially if it's overloaded with histamine. If it's overloaded with histamine, you're going to have an issue. So you really got to cut down on that. And that's one of the big ones. So I would look at those when you're looking at allergies. I want to drop one more thing on you. This is a hack, if you will. But listen, one of the main reasons that you're struggling with allergies, if you do or know somebody that does, whatever, is right here. It's in the gut. In your gut health, if you're not breaking down the proteins effectively, which most people don't after the age of 35, digestion slowly begins to decline unless you're eating the right kind of foods on a regular basis. And so if that happens over a period of time, you want to increase what's called hydrochloric acid. Now, you can do this through a supplement, and we've got that on our website. So you can go to the website and look up digestion, and you'll see all of that there. Go to asarx.com. We've got products that are our own company that we produce, and we'll get those to you. But I love apple cider vinegar, like old school. Patricia Bragg, which is the sweetest lady in the world, went and spent time with them at their farm out in California. Just a beautiful, beautiful human being. But the apple cider vinegar, organic, of course, a tablespoon mixed with a little bit of water when you take your meals, never by itself. I'm not a big fan. It really works better when you eat a meal and you take the apple cider vinegar with it. It helps to break down the proteins better. If you do that on a regular basis, most people with allergies, when you do apple cider vinegar on a regular basis, it cuts down on all the allergic response in a massive, massive way. So I would focus on that first and really get into a rhythm and a routine of doing that and see how your body responds. Because at the end of the day, if you deal with allergies, which a lot of people do, and many times it's not seasonal, you really know it's digestive if it's just like a low grade all the time. Like if it's just low grade kind of allergic response that you have. That's when you know that it's way more than just, a seasonal thing. It's definitely something that you're doing to yourself every single day. It's your habits. It's your food habits that you're eating on a regular basis. And that's what you got to correct. You correct that, and guess what? You correct all this, and it makes a massive, massive difference in how you feel and how your body functions, and it'll take you to the next level with your health and with your life. And that's what we want to do here on the show, is to help you. So allergies, remember, foods rich in magnesium, number 1. Foods rich in vitamin E, number 2. Cold water fish, so your salmon, your tuna, your mackerel. Just to recap, those are important. I'm a big fan of eating fish every day. A lot of people get freaked out of the mercury, but if you get the right kind of quality fish, I eat fish every single day. I eat eggs every single day. I think they're phenomenal. But for lowering the histamine response and dealing with allergies, hands down, cold water fish all day long. Fruits and vegetables, I can't stress this enough. Look, if you don't like eating vegetables all the time, you can juice them, blend them, whatever you got to do. 8 to 12 servings every single day of dark leafy greens can make a massive impact on your health. And listen, nothing else is greater than feeling great.
Are you ready to chow? It's time for Keto Chow. When it comes to eating healthy, the keto diet has become one of the nutrition leaders in optimizing health, losing unwanted weight, and reaching your health and wellness goals. No extravagant cooking, no long kitchen cleanup, and most importantly, especially for me, it's convenient. Just put quality Keto Chow powder in a bottle, add some heavy whipping cream or your favorite fat, a little water, and boom, shake it up and you're ready to chow. Keto Chow tastes amazing. So make Keto Chow easy for you and your family today with Keto Chow. Let's go chow. Visit Keto Chow online at ketochow.xyz. That's ketochow.xyz.
So glad you're with us. My name's Asa, a 3-time physician, and this is the Asa Rx Experience. We're here for you every single day. And whatever you're struggling with, great or small, remember, if the body can get sick, it can also get well. Lifestyles are medicine. So if you can lifestyle your way into getting sick, into diabetes, into cancer, into heart disease, and arthritis, depression, whatever it is, then guess what? If you make choices, new choices, and you make the right kind of choices, then you can lifestyle your way out. And that's what we want to do on this show. Here, we want to help you become the best version of you that you could ever be and reach your potential. Why? Because you got a potential that I guarantee you haven't even scratched the surface on, and we want to see you make it. I want to see you thrive. I want to see you get to the next level and never, ever, ever look back. Never be stuck back in the past. Never have to look back at where you were, and that your future is brighter and better because of what you're doing, because of the choices you're making every single day about who you are, and knowing that and standing in that and resting in that every single day. Why? Because I know that you can, and I know that you're not stuck. And I know that just because you've been given a diagnosis doesn't mean that that is your ultimate prognosis, that you can become better today than you were yesterday. And that's what we do here on this show. That's what this is all about. The RX after Asa is the solution. It's the prescription for you to live a better life. Now, you can give me a call, 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. You can be a part of the show. Also, you can go to the website, go to asarx.com. That's asarx.com. Whatever you're struggling with, realize this. You can live an amazing life. You don't have to be stuck. But we want to help you and want to be a part of it. Now, I've got an email that came in. Let me jump on that real quick. The email is Pamela in Orlando, Florida, wants to know, what can I do to alleviate the symptoms of depression? My doctor has me on an SSRI, which is a type of medication. Got it. But I don't want to be on that. It makes me feel bad, and I'm gaining weight. All right. So classic, like it is the classic thing when you become or deal with depression. It's funny. I was in medical school, and I was with my preceptor, I guess you will, the guy that's training us, right? And so the main lead doctor over the whole thing. And I was in rotations, and we were dealing with someone in primary care medicine. It's just internal medicine rather. And I'll never forget we were and I'm telling you the story because it was like way back, and I knew it early on of what was really going on with the person. And it was funny because we went in, and she's like, I'm clinically depressed and this, that, and the other. And we go outside, and we're case managing it, and we're talking through with the other doctors, and we're going through, and we're going to give her this medication. We're going to do this, recommend this, boom, boom, boom. And then all of a sudden, I just said, obviously I just had to say something. And what I said to her was, they're like, she's depressed. I'm like, yes. But the root cause of her depression is low serotonin. And the main doctor looked at me, and he goes, how did you know that? He goes, that's interesting. I said, guys, it's not rocket science. I mean, we all, it's obviously medical science, and it's a big deal, and we take it very serious. But, didn't you guys learn that in school? Like, am I just the student over here that realizes that depression, you're giving her an SSRI, it's a drug that raises serotonin levels, and the root cause of why she's depressed is because look at her diet, and her diet was a mess. I mean, her diet was like 18 Mountain Dews a day, and she was overweight, eating garbage. I mean, just awful. So who wouldn't? I'd be depressed. Anybody would be depressed. I was depressed looking at what was in the family history and her intake. I just couldn't believe it. So bottom line is this, is that when your diet's terrible and all that, your serotonin levels cannot be produced. All your brain chemicals are made in the gut, and then they're sent to the brain. So this person, they were going to let her just eat a terrible diet, keep drinking all the Mountain Dews, maybe recommend quitting smoking, but put her on the medication. No thought to what the root cause of that was. And the root cause was, look, we need to clean up your diet. The medication will manage you for a short period of time, and then we're going to use these foods to build up certain levels in your body so we can start making its own serotonin again. Then we'll pull the medication off. And that's how really it needs to work, but it didn't, and that's not how the system worked there where I was training. But had a great discussion with a lot of the docs, and I was able to convince them to go a certain route with her, and we did get her going on that path. So it was a great thing. But remember, the key is get to the root cause of the issue, make better choices, and live the kind of life you are designed to live.
Did you know you can listen to the Asa Rx audio experience on Spotify and Pandora? For all the ways to watch and listen, check out our show page at asarx.com/experience.
Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today.
This episode is over, but check episode notes for links to products and services you've heard about on this episode. Thanks for listening and subscribing. Please share the Asa Rx audio experience with others and stay in touch by giving us your comment or review.
Hi, this is Asa, and welcome to my audio experience.
This show's about you. I'm so glad you're here. My name's Asa. I'm a 3-time physician, and I'm here with you every single day right here on the Asa Rx Experience to take you from where you are in your current state of health to where you need to be. Look, you don't have to be stuck where you are. The biggest thing I see with people is they get stuck. They get stuck where they are, and they can't get out, and they can't find new ways to go to the next level, and they just feel stuck. And they get diagnosed with something like diabetes, and they just think, okay, I'm going to wear my little sign, and I'm John the diabetic, or I'm Susie the cancer patient, right? And you get your little name tag, and you hold on to it. Look, it's time for that to stop. Okay, you don't define yourself by what you've been diagnosed with. Okay, that's nothing but a health challenge. I want you to get the whole idea and the concept of disease out of your system. Like the whole disease thing makes it feel like you got some plague of some kind, right? So look, diabetes is nothing but the body breaking down where your pancreas can't obviously produce enough insulin to manage the donuts that you're eating every single day. And guess what? You've put that on yourself. Like diabetes is not genetic, type 2. Type 1 is, type 2 is not. Type 2 is 125% all you. So if you have type 2 diabetes, I want you to understand something. It is all you. You did it to yourself. Period. End of story. Now, I am pointing a finger, but I don't mean to be pointing a finger in a negative way. The good news is that if you did that to yourself, if you'll make some major changes right now, if you'll get committed right now and say, you know what, I've had enough. I've had enough of the whole diabetes thing. I've had enough of the fact that I can't control what I eat, that I just eat whatever, and I'm taking metformin or glucophage or whatever, insulin, and you've had enough. I hope that you can just make that decision to say enough is enough. Because if you just make that 180, if you just turn that direction and you start walking in the right way, if you just start walking in the right way, then look, you can really live the kind of life you were designed to live. You can thrive instead of just barely making it. Look, you were designed to live an extraordinary life. No one can take responsibility for your life but you. And the good news about diabetes, just in this scenario, is I have seen more people heal themselves from diabetes than just about any other condition. Matter of fact, I've seen it so strongly that we've done 2 reality shows that have been on national cable television, like the Discovery Channel, 2 on diabetes alone. And I have seen amazing, amazing results. So you have to realize that you don't have to be stuck where you are, that you can really get to a place of health and healing and wellness more than you've ever seen before if you'll just make new choices. So the choices that you're making every single day can and will determine the kind of health you're going to have. Go to the website, go to asarx.com. That's asarx.com. We're going to march with you, walk with you in this whole thing. Like, you don't have to do this by yourself. You know that? You may feel alone. And you may feel like nobody cares, but we do. We care, and we're here. And we're going to take you by the hand. Go to asarx.com. I'll give you my book for free. I'll just send it to you. You have to cover the shipping and handling, but it's a hardback book, bestseller. It'll teach you everything about health from A to Z. Just go there. I'll send it to you as a complete free gift from me to you, just so you can start your health journey and get it going in the right direction. Our health coach providers are always there to take care of you, to walk with you, to coach you, to help you all the way around. They will walk with you in your life in every way, okay? Now, you can always give me a call, too. I'm going to go to the phones right now, but you can call me at 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272, okay? You can also text me. If you ever want to send me a text, I answer the text. I really do. It's really me. So you can go to the text. All that's on my social media. The text number is there. I don't want to always give that out here, but if you go there to any of my social media channels, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all my text is there, and you can just send me a text. Okay, I'd love to hear from you. Now, let's get on the phones and go with Cassie. Hi, Cassie. Welcome.
The health issue that I have a question on is actually regarding my father, who has been recently diagnosed with what they believe to be lung cancer. And I guess my biggest question is he was a smoker since he was 9, and so how do you cope with the idea of him having lung cancer and being sympathetic towards his plight, but also struggling with the idea that he kind of did this to himself? And he tried to quit many times, and he keeps going back, and you have that feeling of he's chosen his cigarettes and his smoking over his life and spending time with his children and family and whatnot.
Gosh, my heart goes out to you. I've had that similar scenario in my own family and different people in my family. It's a tough one. When somebody's smoking and they have lung cancer and they did it to themselves, and you're on the other end of this, you love them, you want them to be here, you don't want them to die, you want more years with them, right? And then they don't even want to help themselves to get better. Like, I know so many people that have been diagnosed with lung cancer and they still smoke. Like, they won't give it up. They just can't give it up. And they don't get it. Or they're overweight and they have cancer and they don't stop eating the junk foods and the bad foods. Like, they just won't give that up. Like, it's just so much of a vice, they won't give it up. And so, it's one of those things that you really have to accept. I guess that's the best way to put it. You have to accept the fact that some people don't want to change. And no matter how much you love them and how much you care for them and how much you give to them and how much you're like pleading with them, right? They just don't want to change. And you have to understand that that's okay, because everybody has to make their own choice in life. Everybody has to make their own decision. And no one can take responsibility. You can't take responsibility for their life. Like, they have to take responsibility for their life, just like you and I have to take responsibility for our lives, right? So you can love them, you can coach them, just like here on this show. Like, all the time, I talk to people that just would rather take the pill than stop eating the bad foods. They would rather take the pill than quit smoking. They would rather... I talk to those people all the time, and it breaks my heart. Like, it bothers me so much. Like, they won't exercise. Like, they're just too lazy. Like, it's just too much work. And I don't get it. Like, when you're given this body and this gift of health, to not be a good steward of it, to not take care of it, to not do everything you could to make it better, it just blows my mind how people don't do that. My name's Asa. I'm a 3-time physician. I'm here with you. This is Asa Rx Experience, and I'm so glad you've joined us and you're with us. Regardless of what you're struggling with, remember that whatever you came in here with, whatever you walked in here with, you don't have to leave with. If you came in here with a bad diagnosis, you can leave with a good prognosis. That's what this show's about. This show's about helping you reclaim your health, reclaim your life, and get to the next level. And we're talking with Cassie. Her father won't quit smoking. It's just been a big ordeal, and she's brokenhearted over it because he smoked and now he has cancer, but he won't quit the smoking, and everybody loves him and they're telling him that, but he just won't stop. You know anybody like that? Man, I do. And I know it's tough, and I know it's hard, and I know it's difficult, but the reality is that no one can take responsibility for their health but that person. No one can. And so if you've got a loved one that's in this kind of situation, look, the biggest thing I can tell you is this: encourage them, love them, be by their side, tell them how much you love them, but listen, don't constantly nag them. You only need to tell them in a very strong way, maybe once or twice. But listen, you don't want to be the person that you love them, and every time they see you coming, they're like, "Oh my gosh!" It's like, they don't want to deal with the fact that you're going to tell them what they shouldn't be doing. Then they don't want to be around you. And then even if it's going to be their last days, you want it to be bad last days. You want it to be at least some good last days, even though if you're frustrated, that you know that, like, if they made changes, they would have more time here. At the end of the day, it's a little bit selfish if you think about it, because you want it more than they want it. Have you ever thought about that? The best thing I found in those kind of situations is to actually take that energy of what you want for that loved one to do better and do better for yourself. Look at the areas in your life that you need to improve on. Look at the areas in your life that you need to get better at. Look at the areas in your life that if you've got kids or brothers and sisters that you want to be around for and be healthy for, that you turn that energy into something you can do to get healthier and get better for you. And just go love on that person and be with them through their struggle, even if it is the end days. Be there with them, for what they're struggling with. And be that person that they can lean on, that you're not the nag, but you're the encourager. And maybe sometimes through the encouragement, there's a light bulb that goes off. And that light bulb, when it goes off, it may be the one thing that they needed to make the change. That can be the biggest key ever. My name's Asa. I'm so glad to be with you. This is the Asa Rx Experience. I'm a 3-time physician, and this show is all about your health. It's about your life. It's about taking you to the next level, being all that you can be, becoming the best version of you, and reaching your potential. If you make good, healthy choices in your life, look, you can take a body that's been through one of the worst diagnoses like diabetes or depression or high blood pressure or cholesterol, and you can completely turn it around. Most chronic conditions are completely reversible. Did you hear me? Most chronic conditions that you're taking medication for every single day are reversible. If you know what to do, if you have the right knowledge, if you have the right ability, if you can do the right things, and you can be disciplined enough to follow through, you can do amazing things with your health if you figure out what it's going to take and get the right people in your corner. I'm in your corner, by the way. Okay? Our health coach providers are all in your corner. It's part of the Asa Army. We've got an army of people that are going to march with you, lock arms with you, be with you, and be in this journey. I always call you my people. My people, my people, my people. Why? Because if you want to be that best version and you want to do well, then you're my people. Because I get you, I understand you, and I want to help you more than anything. What I get frustrated with more than anything is the person that doesn't want to help themselves. I get frustrated with that because it's a tough deal when somebody doesn't want to do anything for themselves. All right, let's get on the phones. And by the way, go to the website, asarx.com. That's asarx.com. You can always send me an email there. Give us a call. The number's right there at the website, 888-283-7272. Let's get on the phones and go to Jim. Let's go to Jim. Hi, Jim.
Yes, I'm calling to see what kind of natural herb is good for hepatitis.
All right, so there's a good one. It's not so much an herb, okay, but it's called N-acetylcysteine, NAC. N-acetylcysteine you can get in a capsule form. We have it on our website. We have our own nutritional company, by the way. Go to my website, go to asarx.com, and it's N-acetylcysteine. It is a liver formula that is really good at detoxifying the liver, supporting the liver. Now, the other thing, too, is you got to look at dandelion root is really good for the liver. And you can get that, of course, on our website. We've got a whole protocol for that. But you've also got to look at this. Hepatitis, you've got to think about what kind of foods can you eat to actually get the liver to go through what's called phase 1 and phase 2 detoxification. There's 2 different levels that the liver goes through. And when you got something like that and you got inflammation going on within the liver, you want to do everything you can to get the liver working effectively. So there's a thing that we use called the Total Body Reset. You can go to the website, asarx.com, get with one of our health coach providers, and get the Total Body Reset. It really pushes the body to do that phase 1 and phase 2, which when you're in your situation, you know, it's a good eating plan to follow. And again, it's been looked at and vetted by dietitians and registered dietitians. I'm board certified nutrition as well, one of my 3 doctorates. I'm a 3-time physician. But it's been vetted by our whole medical team and clinically proven in practice to be very beneficial. And so it's a great tool for you to look at, for you to check out. And if you need some help with that, our health coach providers will always be there to help you. But I know it's a struggle. Hepatitis, it's no joke. I mean, when it comes down to the liver, I mean, obviously the liver is a big deal. But the cool thing about the liver is it's got amazing regenerative ability. It's one of those glands in the body that just has amazing ability to recover and to regenerate and to get into a better place. So just know that there's hope, that you don't have to be stuck, that there's a great way for you to begin to thrive, begin to do well, and to get your body going to the next level if you learn to make the right kind of choices. And that's the key, is learning how to make the right choices, to do the right things, to figure out what your body needs more than anything else so it can thrive and not just barely make it, so you can do the things that you need to live a healthy life.
Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today.
I am so glad you're with us. Welcome. This is the Asa Rx Experience. My name's Asa. I'm a 3-time physician. This show's all about you. It's about your health. It's about your life. Remember, if the body can get sick, it can also get well. You've heard enough now. If you're just joining us for the first time, I just want to welcome you. I want to say this is a place, a safe place for you to be, a place to get encouragement, a place to grow, a place to know that you're welcome, and a place to know that you have family. You have an army of people that will love on you, that will help you, that will encourage you, and walk with you in your health journey. So whatever you're struggling with, it doesn't matter if it's great or small, big or little or whatever your struggle is, just realize that the body is amazing, and all you need is a community to lock arms with you and to help you to build that level with your health in your life, and to know that you're not stuck. That if you have diabetes or heart disease or depression, or you've gained too much weight and you're 100 pounds overweight and you've got to lose the weight because you know it's going to impact your health, it always helps to have accountability. It always helps to have family. It always helps to have people to guide you, take you by the hand, walk with you, to know that you can do this thing, that you're not stuck, that you know that you're better today than you were yesterday because of who you hang with. Remember, you're going to become, they always say this, and it's true, you're going to become in the next 5 years the books that you read and the people you hang out with. That is who you will become. So watch who you hang out with carefully, who you hang with, watch that carefully, who you listen to, okay, and the books that you read. All of that is going to become and make you who you are. In this show, we want to help you be the best version of you. That's the biggest key. Go to the website, asarx.com. That's asarx.com. And guess what? We will give you a free copy of my book. It's a hard copy, the best-selling book that I've had on all the lists. We'll send it to you for a free. All you got to do is cover the shipping and the handling. And look, I'm doing it right now. I've been doing it for a little while just because so many people have ranted and raved about it. They've needed it. They've wanted it. We've gone through these tough times in our country, in our world recently. And so people just need something to encourage them, to help them to get to that next level with the health in their life. And so we're sending this to you as a free gift. You just cover that shipping and handling. Go to asarx.com. You can also go to myfreehealthbook.com, myfreehealthbook.com. All right, let's get on the phones. You can call me at 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. And let's get on the phone and go to Wanda. Hi, Wanda.
Hey, I had a question that was answered a while ago.
Okay.
I've been on the anti-inflammatory plan for like 3 months.
Awesome.
And it's working well. I was diagnosed with non-ankylosing spondylitis prior to that, quite a while ago.
Yeah.
But Asa had recommended trying the green tea or the echinacea tea as for the T1 and T2 receptor cells. Definitely green tea is the inflammatory one.
Okay,
but I'm curious,
so
is it okay to drink it with water all day long, the echinacea tea, and also you usually see it with spearmint or elderberry, and are those okay?
Yeah, the thing is, when it comes to the teas, so the main thing you got to do, what I like using the teas for, and what I was telling you there, is that the echinacea tea and green tea, they're on two sides of what we call the autoimmune response in the body. So you got the T helper cells, the killer T cells, we call it the T1 side, just to keep it simple. T1 side, T2 side. One activates the T1 side, one activates the T2 side. And when you start having symptoms, one will raise it up and the other one will lower it down. So if you do echinacea tea for 5 days, 3 to 5 days, and your symptoms of the achiness or joints or whatever, they go away, then you know you're activating that one side. If you do green tea for 5 days and everything gets worse, then you know you're stimulating that. And that's a major issue, okay? But once you know that, then we can tailor foods around that. And so that's the big key when it comes to figuring out in the autoimmune spectrum in the body which side is being active and which one is being affected. And so that's a big key, okay? So that's the first thing we want to look at. We want to look at, in that scenario, like you said, the green tea definitely aggravates it. Echinacea tea makes it better. Okay, so now we know what arm to go with, and there's certain foods that you can eat. And we have a whole food list laid out on the website. So if you go to asarx.com, you can download that or get with one of our health coach providers, and they can walk with you through the steps of that process. But there's certain foods that are going to arm that side of the immune system, okay? And right now, the immune system's a hot topic, right? It's really, really important. So you don't want to be in an autoimmune state where you're flaring up the autoimmune system, which it's of course, that's where the autoimmune means that the immune system's attacking a certain system in the body. That's not good. You want the autoimmune system, or you want the immune system to be calm and ready to fight, not fighting itself or not fighting another system in the body. That's like We don't want to do that. Okay, so first and foremost, make sure you look at that and get a good game plan together as far as your foods. Get with one of our health coach providers, and that's going to make a huge difference on that, okay? Thanks so much for that call. Now, give us a call, 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Anytime you want to give us a call, also go to my social media. All my social media has a text number attached to it, so you can actually text me. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. I'm on TikTok. So if you want to go to any of those, you can check it out and connect with me in that way. You can always text me, though. Always, always, always. Now, you're listening to a safe place, and I want you to know that. My name's Asa, and this is the Asa Rx Experience. I'm a 3-time physician, and this place right here is a place where you can come. Come every single day. You can join us in any capacity that you want to, but I've got a team of people that will lock arms with you and walk with you to help you be the best version of you, to become the best version of you, and to reach your potential. And it comes with the choices. You know, mind, body, and spirit, that like makes the whole person. Did you know that? Like, you could eat perfect. I tell people this all the time. You could eat perfectly. Amazing. Like organic, whatever. But if you're like angry all the time at people and you got vendettas against people and you're mad and you're just angry, guess what? That nutrition is going to do nothing because your mind is not right. Or if you're spiritually not right, you're separated from your faith or whatever you deal with, and you're just mad at God or whoever or whatever you serve, and your spiritual life is not right, guess what? No matter what you do, your exercise, nutrition, all of that, it's not going to be where it needs to be. So you've got to get to the point where you're balanced. And that's what we want to do in this show. Spirit, mind, body, getting all that balanced in one and making the right choices, because your performance every single day is going to matter based on the choices that you make. That is the key more than anything else. And that's what we want to help you do. All right, let's get on to the phones, and we'll go with Jerry. Hi, Jerry.
My main question tonight was what nutrition is needed to prevent tooth decay? And that sounds funny because I've noticed, I'm 35 now, but I've noticed since 32, after having 32 years of great dental health, no matter what I do, my teeth are literally crumbling. And I've heard, my mom says a lot that it's a nutritional deficiency of some sort, and that's what my question was. What can I do as a working adult with very little time, to prepare special meals or whatever? What is the main need to keep these teeth from, getting cavities, falling apart?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So you've always got to think, when you think the teeth, you think about minerals, period. But it's not just about, am I getting enough boron, or am I getting enough magnesium, or getting enough certain minerals. It's not just that. It's the microbiome in the gut. So the gut health of how well you're absorbing the foods that you're taking in. Like, are you getting the nutrients out of kale and spinach that you need? Are you eating spinach and broccoli, or you're eating salmon and broccoli, and extracting the nutrients that you need out of there to repair and make good, new, healthy cells? Like, that's the question that you have to ask yourself. And figuring out what that is, if you have a system in your body that's breaking down, let's say your liver or your teeth are getting all jacked up, like you're talking about, crumbling, then you know that the body is not getting something that it needs. Like, that, more than anything else, should be a huge warning sign. So I would start there. I would look at, getting a blood test done to figure out what your overall nutritional deficiencies are, to figure out what's imbalanced, what you have enough of, what you don't have enough of, what is plentiful and bountiful in your body and what's not. So we got to figure that out. So we always recommend doing kind of a reset, and you reset the body, clear out the microbiome, get rid of things like yeast, fungal issues, histamine, inflammation, all of that. It's good to clear all that out. And then you can get some testing done to figure out what your overall nutritional deficiencies are. Electrolytes are big. Like, if you don't get enough of the electrolytes, it makes a major difference in your overall health. And so getting enough of that, testing to see if you've got enough of what you need or what you don't need, all of that is a big, big deal. Okay, so I want to encourage you to look at that. And if you need to get with one of our health coach providers, they'll be glad to help you and kind of take you to the next level with your health in your life, and we can help you get to that point, get to that place. So that's where I would start, hands down. That's where I would start. And if you need help, just let us know. Our health coach providers will help you any way that we can. All right? And that's the key. Now, listen, this is the Asa Rx Experience. This show's about you. It's about your health. It's about your life. My name's Asa. I'm a 3-time physician. So if you're just joining in, I just want you to realize that we're here for you. Like, this is a safe place. It's a community, a family of believers that know that all things are possible. It's a family of people that no matter what you're struggling with, that we're here to help. If you need to lose weight, or if you're struggling in a relationship, or if you need to become better and you're dealing with diabetes or heart disease or arthritis or whatever, and you want to get better and healthier, then we're the community for you. We're the place for you. We want to help you go to the next level with your health and with your life. But you have to make the choices and the decisions. Nobody else can do that but you. Let's get on the phones and go with Ruby. Hi, Ruby.
I have fibromyalgia and was diagnosed a few years back, actually quite a few years back, and it kind of lay dormant, I guess, for a while, if that's true, if that's what it was. But anyway, had some issues of some things happen, and then it seemed to raise its ugly head again or come back on me. But anyway, I am new to finding your show, but I'd like to know more about helping with fibromyalgia, any kind of special diet and supplements.
Okay. So let me welcome. I'm glad you're here, first and foremost. So welcome to our show and our community and our people. And now you're one of our people. So I'm glad you're here more than anything. Now, when it comes down to this, when it comes down to fibromyalgia, there's a lot of people, you may already know this, that there's like 2 camps in medicine. One camp thinks it's a real diagnosis. The other camp thinks it's not really a diagnosis, okay? But I will tell you that I've seen enough people and talked to enough people and coached enough people and clinically seen enough people that fibromyalgia, I think, is real. But we have to look at the root cause of it and what really is the underlying issue with fibro, okay? So when you got the aches and you got the pains and the connective tissue just feels so like it's hurting in a major way, you got to figure out, okay, what do I do, right? Like, you don't want to be in a place where you're hurting all the time, but you don't want to take medication either. And I wouldn't want to do that either. So here's the big key. 9 times out of 10, fibromyalgia is a serotonin deficiency. It is the number one brain chemical that when it's low, that the fibromyalgia symptoms increase. That's why you're not depressed, but they give you an antidepressant, and then all of a sudden you feel better, right? The joints don't hurt, the connective tissue doesn't hurt, the muscles don't hurt, and you feel better. It's because they raised your serotonin levels. But there's natural ways to do that. Serotonin is found naturally in a lot of foods, and when these food combinations go into your body, they raise those levels of serotonin. If you need help with that, of course, I've got these lists on the website. Go to asarx.com. I've got all kinds of blogs and articles and things you can find there that will help you and help get you to the next level with this, because there's certain foods like chicken, something simple as organic grilled chicken can raise serotonin levels. Okay. Another one is a fatty acid, high omega-3 fatty acid fish like salmon, tuna, and mackerel. These kind of foods, eggs, whole eggs, can raise serotonin levels. So there's certain foods that increase serotonin levels in the body, and it's not just that they do it in the brain. They do it in the gut first, because remember, all brain chemicals are made in the gut first, and then they're sent to the brain. So once you understand that concept, and once you get that, and once you really begin to understand that, then you can make a massive impact and a massive change within your health. But until you get that, you got to start there, okay? But first and foremost, we got to figure out the foods that your body needs, what level of serotonin levels, and how low they are. But 9 times out of 10, when you raise that serotonin level up, that's why the drug works, and that's why it makes a big difference. But remember, you don't have to be on the medication. It's better to educate than to medicate.
Are you ready to chow? It's time for Keto Chow. When it comes to eating healthy, the keto diet has become one of the nutrition leaders in optimizing health, losing unwanted weight, and reaching your health and wellness goals. No extravagant cooking, no long kitchen cleanup, and most importantly, especially for me, It's convenient. Just put quality Keto Chow powder in a bottle, add some heavy whipping cream or your favorite fat, a little water, and boom, shake it up and you're ready to chow. Keto Chow tastes amazing. So make Keto Chow easy for you and your family today with Keto Chow. Let's go chow. Visit Keto Chow online at ketochow.xyz. That's ketochow.xyz.
So glad you're here with us. Look, this show is about you. It's about your health, and it's about your life. My name's Asa. I'm a 3-time physician, and this is the Asa Rx Experience. We're here to take you to the next level, to go to the next level with your health and with your life. No matter what you're struggling with, no matter what brought you here, just know you don't have to leave here the same. Be all that you can be. That's the key, and that's what we want for you when you are here, to become the best version of you. No one can take responsibility for your health but you. No one. Your grandma can't, your mom can't, your dad can't, grandpa can't, friends, family members, coworkers. No one can take responsibility for your health but you. So the choices that you make every single day, that's what matters more than anything, is those choices. And on this show, we want to help you make better choices. Give me a call, 888-283-7272. Go to the website, asarx.com. Let's get on the phones and go with Oliver. Hi, Oliver.
I'm having problems with sciatica, low back pain, that kind of stuff. Was going to try to get some help on that. Also, I have these these white things in my tonsils that smell terrible, and they give me bad breath. And I want to know what those things are and how do we get rid of them.
You got it. All right, so when it comes to sciatica, here's the deal, right? The sciatic nerve is the biggest nerve in the body. It's huge, and it runs down through from the lower back in through the kind of the butt region, and it's extremely painful when it gets aggravated. And it's not like the nerve is bad. There's a muscle that goes around the nerve called the piriformis muscle. When that thing contracts and really gets aggravated, that's when it becomes a bit of a challenge. So what we need to look at is we need to look at ways to get the body to not be in spasm, number one, so the piriformis muscle can kind of despasm, if you will. And that really is a big thing. It's mostly magnesium, and magnesium glycinate is one of the best supplement versions to use. You can find that on our website. We have what's called a magnesium matrix. It's got it's right on our website. Go to asarx.com, and it's got all the magnesium blends in it, which I think is the best, and it's got the glycinate in that. So for something like the sciatica, you got to look at that. Now, it is good to get looked at and make sure through x-rays, MRI, even if needed, but mostly x-rays can show you if there's any deterioration in the lower lumbar spine. So like L3, 4, and 5 in the lower lumbar, that disc space, there's a little disc in between those bones. The disc space can get thinner and thinner and thinner, and that can affect the nerves, which affects everything else. And if that starts to become an issue, then you gotta that's a whole nother thing. But if the sciatic nerve is just being aggravated by the kind of that constriction in the muscle, if that's just the main thing that's what's doing it, then that's not that hard to fix. You just got to I would personally get some lab testing done, and you can get with one of our health coach providers. Just go to the website, go to asarx.com, get with one of our health coach providers, and we can get some lab tests done to figure out what your overall nutritional deficiencies are, and then build from there. Because at the end of the day, you can guess. I mean, you and I can sit here and I can go, oh, it's magnesium or potassium or whatever. And that's what we call practice in a sense. I mean, this is not practice because you got to check with your medical provider and all that jazz for this whole media thing. But when I'm just teaching you things, which is what I'm doing here, if you get with actually one of our health coach providers and you're kind of working one-on-one, you can get lab tests done, figure out what those numbers are, and then you can get the help that you need because you don't want to guess. I don't want to guess. You don't want to guess. It's not good to guess. I mean, it is magnesium. But too much of anything can be a challenge. But for that, that's what I would look at. Now, this white things on your tonsils, I would definitely get that looked at by your primary care physician. If you haven't yet, you definitely need to do that. And I would talk to them in a great way about what that could be. But it sounds like it's a buildup of yeast or fungal issues in the gut, which is extremely common, especially if you have a high carbohydrate diet, you eat a lot of processed carbohydrates. and it can build up things like yeast, fungal issues, high levels of histamine in the body, but the white spots usually scream yeast. Olive oil is really good. Oil of oregano is a great way to go. Probiotics are really good to use on a regular basis. Just if you're going to use probiotics, make sure they're at least 30 billion in per capsule. Okay, certain probiotics are weaker and they're not as strong, so I like to use the 30 billion minimum, even jacked up to 100 billion sometimes if needed. But all of that can help you thrive in your health.
Did you know you could listen to the Asa Rx audio experience on Spotify and Pandora? For all the ways to watch and listen, check out our show page at asarx.com/experience.
Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today.
This episode is over, but check episode notes for links to products and services you've heard about on this episode. Thanks for listening and subscribing. Please share the Asa Rx audio experience with others and stay in touch by giving us your comment or review.